It's having growing pains. Or Elon Musk pains. Yay!
Just like that, it's
Hello,
Wednesday. Let me see. Mast.linuxgamecast.com. There we go. Hey, everybody. We're live. I got to do the social media stuff. Got to push that out. Let people know. Like, hey, man, we're doing a show.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me do that. Let me do that. And we were talking about thunderstorms.
Yes, we are.
Because we're old and we talk about the weather. That's what you do when you get old. You go, yeah, how's the weather? We're live. I don't like that English word, live. Live live. Let me do that. Starting. Underway. Live in the pre-show.
Oh, yay, there Steve has been typing. You made it.
Live in the pre-show.
Yes, Boo. Aw, am I a voice in your head?
There we go. I've done the social medias.
Yeah, and Ben just had a severe storm go right over him, but it's still lingering. So we have a possibility of a power outage.
That means it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's what that means. Hey, everyone. We got a little bit of a show for you.
Mm-hmm.
React OS. We don't get to talk about that because they don't update it very often, but we're going to address that. Firefox has got some updates. Cautionary tale. GoXLR. So if you bought the latest and greatest in YouTuber specials, you might already know the news, but if you don't, I might have something a little surprising for you. And Beepberry, not to be confused with BlackBerry. A BlackBerry Raspberry Pi-like device powered by Raspberry Pis that can also run. What can it run, Joe?
Oh, any Linux app. Just about.
What
as
we were
long as
looking
it's
for there
small.
was ASCII Doom.
Oh, okay, sorry. Obvious.
I was just reading off your show notes, man.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? It's the middle of the week. Nothing crazy going on. We did some Trackmania yesterday. That was kind of fun. Had a bunch of fun maps to play around with. If you were in the North Americas, they did the 4th of July. So it wasn't as crazy as I was expecting to be, because even when we were doing the show, which was like in the middle of the day, because it's summertime and people are setting off fireworks in the middle of the day. I'm like, to what effect, right? I mean, okay, you know what? I'm not going to judge anybody. You just want to make something blow up. I feel you. But I was expecting it to get kind of gnarly at night because there was some, I was like, naturally, I'm not going to be able to record anything this evening. And it was loud, but it didn't get too crazy. It just had the boom, 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 boom every now and then. And every now and then you get like, well, is that an explosion or did somebody get in an automobile accident?
Yeah.
And you have to go check that out on occasion. Outside of that, nothing terribly exciting. I got a video. Hopefully I'll have it out tomorrow, the day after that. For... You ever heard of a program called MPV, Joe?
Oh, yeah. I like anything M-player based.
It was... They looked at MPlayer and they're like, we don't like the direction this is going. We're going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
Why do I like MPV? Because it stays in its lane. I like MPV every time I have to open VLC. I used to like VLC. VLC used to be slim. You opened it, it played videos. Now VLC is like, I can import podcasts. Do you want to like all this other stuff, man? And I'm like,
it's something simple.
I just need you to play a video. Maybe some subtitles would be nice. MPV is like, I got you. So I'm going to tell you about something with MPV in the video that might catch you off guard, might surprise you a little bit, and would be super helpful, especially if you're using it on older CPUs. It's still an issue if you're using something, modern day AMD, like 5600G. I tested it on, I demoed it, and I'll get in and out in like 2 minutes. I'm not going to waste a lot of people's time with it. So keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, usually I always install Pure M Player and I compile it for each system it's on because I'm often putting it on my older machines, and that really helps a lot.
Pure M Player?
Yeah, just
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking.
Classic M Player. I compile it on all my machines.
Oh, you mean the one with the little jacked up unscalable interface?
Yeah. Well, I prefer the command line version, so.
Yeah, I got too much to do to mess around with that.
But it's really great on older machines, keeping them playing the latest videos, and that's kind of the trick. You can just download and install the deb or any package, but if you compile it is more efficient on your system, and the videos generally play better, especially on older machines.
So I'm going to show you a way. How old a machine are you talking?
Like 46s, Pentiums,
Oh.
that kind of thing, yeah.
Curiosity machines.
Yeah. I had a goal for many years is to get the highest quality video to play on the oldest machines and see what I could get with MPlayer by doing lots of tweaks. That was fun. Those were the days.
The last time I built MPlayer was probably like 2007 or something like that, when we got VDPAU support and MPlayer for the first time with the NVIDIA drivers.
Yeah.
And if you were running Linux at the time, if you were doing anything with Linux, you had an NVIDIA card because that's what worked. People forget like the 20 years of like NVIDIA desktop support.
Yeah.
Like, you had an NVIDIA card if you were running Linux because it worked. And that hardware acceleration, because modern single-core, dual-core CPUs were struggling. I mean, struggling to play 720p video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no joke. I mean, it wasn't... You were dropping frames. So, that was like a night and day difference when we got that. It was pretty wild. Hello, Biatko.
Hello, Biatko.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and get going, Jill. So if you got...
Okay.
Hop up for a minute.
I'll be right back.
Let's do it. Let's do it while the power's on. And we also... Did anybody find anything good in the summer sale? I went looking. I don't see anything. Maybe there were some good finds. Let me see. And I mean like good sale too. I'm not talking like 50, 60% off. Like stuff goes 50, 60% off every other week. Prototype, like the original one, or like Prototype 2? Let's say 65%. Oh, right on. Right on. Let's see, what do we have in the 60% off? Sonic Frontier. It's still $30 at 60% off. Nope. What am I looking for? During a summer sale, I'm looking for something that just triggers an insta-buy. I don't know about you at home. I don't. Maybe you're looking for like a different deal. I want to see something at a price where I'm like, well, I have to buy that, even if I don't necessarily want the game. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I would be silly not to buy it at that price. And I just have not run across that. Like if I didn't have Celeste, $4.99, I'd buy that. Even if you don't like those types of games, that's a fun game. Psychonauts 2 is $20. Nah. I have it. Devil May Cry 5 is $9. I'd buy that if I didn't have it. But I do. Are we seeing anything else in here that's kind of crazy? I'm hesitant to recommend Days Gone just because you got to play the game for like 30 hours before it gets good. It does get good. I mean, it's okay, but then it gets good. Blasphemous is $6. So if you like 2D Dark Souls. Ori, there you go. There's a nice bargain right there. All-time low $5.99. See, that's what I like about this, though. If you're not familiar, the way to shop your Steam sale is steamdb.info. Even at 75% off, but yeah, even at $7. Ori's an adventure. Days Gone's a slog. Like, I really didn't care about this. The story was okay, but it was trying to like cash these payoffs that it didn't earn story-wise. Like, they were really, it was inflated for what it was, because, you know, it wasn't anything too crazy. And it's an alright game. But what Days Gone does is, at the end of the game, it forces you to do something that you've seen people have been avoiding the entire game. And when it forces you to do it, you're like, okay, this mechanic's actually kind of fun. You should have like worked me into knowing that in the past 30 hours, which you didn't. Yeah, I didn't see anything crazy. Jill, did you see any like super great deals? Summer sale? What'd you buy?
I didn't buy anything. I bought tons of stuff on Amazon, but it was stuff we needed for the house. Nothing fun. But I know they're starting to ramp up for the Amazon Prime days, and so I watched a few videos on things that are coming.
What's that? Amazon Prime days.
It's next starts the 10th, July 10th, I believe. 10th
oh, like the sale?
Yeah, the Prime days. Yeah. And they have, what's interesting this year is they're doing a subscription service for some items that are going on deep discount. So you subscribe, like they have a TV that's going to be literally like a half off, a 40-inch TV.
Oh, and they send you a new one every month?
No, they you have to subscribe, and they'll ping you when the sale is available, but not everyone's going to get it. And I guess what they're trying to do is limit the amount of people that can get the items. I don't know. It's new this year. I was watching a video on CNET about it.
Yeah, they've sent me. I knew something was coming up because I get a lot of marketing materials because we got that Amazon store that we don't use as a store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, prepare yourself and get these special things. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Marketing, I suck at it. Oh man, you're tripping on Robo at work? Awesome.
Yeah, he has to. He's been on that for several days, and I had to order him a new bottle of it. He's still dealing with. It was bad, Vin. It went from head cold to chest and coughing. So he's had it for like 2 weeks, but he's getting better and better each day with the medicine. And I was a little bummed that he had to go back to work today because I don't want it to come back. That's kind of what happened last time. He thought I was doing better, went back to work. It got worse. So he had to
There you go,
home.
Steve. That's the right spirit.
Yeah. And poor guy, he's just gone from one thing to another. But everyone at his work got it. In fact, some of them were even on oxygen. This was so bad.
I'm on oxygen right now. How about you? I don't know what you breathe over there. I know what you're talking about. Cool. Let me get something to drink, everybody.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and hop into it.
Okay.
Maybe the power will be on when I come back.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah, Mir, your allergies are probably up too. It's that time of year, that's for sure. Hmm. Yay, Arthurian! Arthurian, how are you doing? How is actually how's your weather? Most of the US is either too hot or full of storms, like in the case of Ven. But I'm here in 20-degree weather in SoCal, so it's normal. Oh yeah, you got that when you were on your trip, huh, Mir? Oh yeah, oh being on cruise ships. That's the only thing I don't like being. I've been on big ships like that, you know, to places, but I don't like the isolation of being only with a certain number of people, and if there's diseases that people get sick. If one person gets sick, everyone gets sick. Poor you. No, cruises are really fun, but I don't it's like the same reason I don't like being on a plane. It has nothing to do with the flying and the height. It has everything to do with being claustrophobic. So- Oh, it's 32. Okay, Celsius. Yakko. So yeah, that's pretty warm. Oh, you were sick before you left and you still went. Oh, I'm sorry. That's no fun. Oh boy. Let me look. I think yeah, well, you could have. If you were in the hospital, then you would have a choice. You couldn't go, but but it might have been better if you didn't. Yeah, poor you though. I'm sorry. I know. Your mom wanted you there. Family trips. I've been sick on family trips. That's not fun. Oh boy. Yeah, absolutely. That would have been horrible. Do, do, do. Oh, okay. It's hot at Mir's house. And Biatko, you're getting lots of rain too. Hmm. Hmm. It is unusual to have storms on the 4th of July holiday. That was really interesting watching the news.
Why's everybody being so quiet? What's up? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I was just talking to Mir and Biatko and I'm waiting for them to respond.
Conversations with delays, everybody.
Oh, that's good, Mir.
All right. Oh. 2 and 2, 3 and 4. All right. Good. Looks like we're powered up. Looks like everything's nice and chilled out. Walked outside for a minute.
Good.
Doesn't look like the apocalypse is going down.
Oh, good, Nemo. That's a good temperature. Okay.
So, let's go ahead and hop into it. 74. I have no idea what that is. That's right, airplane. I can hear you flying over that.
I guess that's proof that the storm has moved. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, it could be somebody like, hey, look, a thunderstorm.
Or a plane above the thunderstorm. Thunderclouds.
Let's get a recording going. All right, everybody. Let's do this in 3. Okay, let Joe finish typing. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Right.
I just control plus my notes.
Control minus them a couple of times, man. Make it hard. Hey everyone, welcome back to Linux Weekly, daily Wednesdays where we sit back, relax, take that midweek break, talk about some of the fun things going on in the world of Linux and open source. I'm Vince Stone, joined every week by Jill Bryan. Everybody watching us live on Twitch. How's it going? Pretty big show. Pretty big show for you this week. Yeah. We got React OS is back from the dead. Firefox is getting acceleration. A cautionary tale about the latest YouTuber special. Something we talked about last week. Stick around a bit later. I'll tell you about that. And a high-powered device with a keyboard that can run ASCII Doom.
ASCII Doom all the way.
Because that's important. Man, I've been scrambling around. If you get a chance to watch the pre-show or you hang out in our Discord or in live chat, the thing on Wednesdays now is like severe thunderstorm warning before
always
weekly daily Wednesdays. This is a time-honored tradition around this time of the year. I'm like, this week too? Yeah, this week too. Power blinks and all that fun stuff. But we made it. We're here.
Yes.
One thing I want to get some feedback on is, last week we talked about, Alma and Rocky, how they were going to go forward. They didn't, really disclose what they were going to do. They're like, we got a way around this. And Rocky had a post earlier this week. They're like, we're going to be spooling up cloud instances to kind of work around like a little legal loophole, or not legal, but, a service loophole to make sure everybody can still get a hold of the sources. Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to be kind of interesting to watch. Still waiting to see what Alma's going to do and how all of this unfolds. And, what else am I doing? I got a fun little video coming out probably tomorrow, maybe on Friday. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. If you use MPV Media Player, especially if you use it on older systems, and I said older systems to Jill, and Jill means, you mean like, 286s, right? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I think Jill said 486s. Yeah, I'm talking like 10, 11, 12-year-old CPUs. I'm going to show you how to give it quite the speed boost. And for those of you with modern CPUs, especially if you use MPV, you're going to go, wait a minute, it wasn't doing that? And I'm like, no, it wasn't. So stay tuned for that. How about you, Joe? What's up and what's new? You were mildly cranky.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of unusual for me, but it turns out that for those of us who use TweetDeck, we're going to have to pay Twitter now to use TweetDeck. And I kind of saw that coming down the road, but it happened at the wrong time. They launched it July 4th, so I guess people wouldn't notice. And they updated the user interface, and you had to re-log in. And as a result, I lost all my connections with all the accounts that I tweet on as, a social media manager and at Destination Linux. And I do that a bit here on LWDW. So it was so trying to get all those accounts back, and now I'm going to have to pay to use it. It's just annoying.
So one thing about TweetDeck, especially when we think about Twitter, is for the entire time Twitter's been around, I've thought to myself, I'm like, how is this free? Because you didn't get ads on it. You didn't see any of the marketing stuff. It was very effective. That's the only way I've browsed Twitter for, on desktop, I think, since I found out it exists. And like I've not understood trying to monetize Twitter with the verified, or like Twitter Blue or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And the other stuff, like monetizing TweetDeck, I'm like, that's going to get some people because some people just can't function and do what they need to do without that. However, let me remind everybody, Mastodon exists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got options. I can't necessarily get upset about this because my heart's been broken. Google Plus, you broke my heart.
I know. That was our favorite.
I don't have attachments to social media networks. Never have. Some people got some very unhealthy attachments to social media networks, and it shows. But for me, I'm like, when we think about social media, I think like the first modern incarnation of social media for me was probably MySpace. We're not going back to like BBS. We're talking about modern, web-based.
Yeah, modern. Yeah.
Probably MySpace, and I think we migrated over to the Facebook, which later became Facebook. Then your parents showed up on Facebook and like, we need to go somewhere else.
Yes.
And, then I moved over to Google Plus. Then Google Plus shut down. I'm like, well, I guess we'll hang out on Twitter. Then we did the Mastodon thing. Like, I'll just bounce around because I use social media as a data collection, primarily for these shows. So, mass.linuxgamecast.com. You can come follow both of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instance. Did you guys have any fireworks or anything? It was the 4th of July yesterday. Yeah. We were trying to, peacefully fly off tracks during our Trackmania practice session. Yeah. There was explosions going on everywhere.
Absolutely. There wasn't too much here because our community, we're not allowed to do fireworks. But because I am near foothills that could catch on fire. So... that's one of the things. But we have our local events at the beach, at the pier, and in our town of Torrance. We they have their big fireworks shows. So I hear all those, and then we do hear the fireworks from people's homes that live inland where they do allow fireworks, where there's no trees. It's like, so I do hear that, but it was pretty actually quiet for us. It was quieter than average, honestly.
Yeah, it wasn't too crazy here last night. I was expecting it to get a bit boomy, but just your average amount of celebration. So,
but yeah, I hope everyone in the U.S. had a nice 4th of July and a wonderful 4-day holiday weekend. I really enjoyed it. I just relaxed with my husband, who was still recovering from being sick, but it was nice to just spend time with him.
Right on. Let's get into it, everybody. ReactOS. Have you heard about ReactOS? It's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute. It's been around longer than some of you have been alive. But it's back from the dead. And it's back from the dead to basically remind everybody, hey, we're not dead, by the way. So what is it? Let's just pretend you never heard about it. All right. It's a rewrite of Windows 2000 XP, kernel space, and user space. Plus, they've thrown some code in from the Wine project, just kind of speed up the development. It's pretty decent. 7 months have gone by, and people have walked in like, it's gone. They're not doing anything. And fair enough, 7 months, that's a long time since the last report. Last blip, if you don't follow the nightlies and see the stuff, you're just from the outside. Well, they had to change the release schedule because previously they'd went to a 3-month schedule, and they're like, you know what? Turns out that's not sustainable. We're not going to be able to pull that off. So we got the latest bits, a couple of things. X64 is the big one in this. So it's seen some improvements. Some applications, 64-bit applications, they even run, which is kind of amazing. Some applications and hardware drivers, you don't think about that because they're basically building Windows here. You get those drivers up and running as well. However, there's no backwards support for 32-bit applications if you're going to be running the 32-bit. This is one of those projects that I've always looked at. Look at this. You can run Sonic 2 on it. Now how much would you pay? It's free. It's open source. So nothing, everybody. There's Putty. I haven't seen that in a long time. ReactOS. Oh, man. Virtual PC 2007. We have hexeditor.exe.
Yeah, there's VLC in there somewhere, too.
Oh, there is?
Awesome. Yeah.
Linter Desktop. And so why would you need a project like this? Preservation for like older machines, or you need an older environment to run that particular version of, be it XP or whatnot. There's a better chance of getting it up and running with ReactOS.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it's still alive. And you know what? This is a lot of work. And it takes a lot of time to get things done, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool that there's still an OS that looks like Windows 95 and Windows 98. So that's really cool. And they've actually done some improvements on the Paint and Notepad apps, and they've done lots of quality of life improvements and lots of fixes. And it is really good news to hear that the React OS project is now focusing on providing quality releases instead of quantity. And instead of trying to aim for a release every 3 months with a small team of developers, I think that was a smart move. And it's nice to have an alternative to Microsoft Windows that isn't Windows, but you can run Windows apps in. That's fabulous. I still have React OS on one of my machines.
There's one reason to spool it up in a VM, Joe.
Yeah.
And that reason, so you can play around with Media Player Classic. Come on.
Ah, there you go. Media Player.
2002, 2017. How many viruses were inflicted upon the populace of people downloading codec packs trying to get videos to play because of that stupid media player?
Yeah, and ActiveX.
I've cleaned out so many machines back in the day. I'm like, what is this super sketchy codec pack.exe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I found where the attack vector was. Excellent project. Glad they keep it up. As far as the desktop, that was always the thing back in the day, though. Even like back in the 95, 2000, I saw more people on Linux trying to get their desktops to look like Mac than Windows.
Yeah, this is true.
That always seemed to like be the big push. And they're like, oh, look at that. I like the OS X, because I know we were simple creatures back then.
We wanted our docs.
Remember, it might even do it today. It's been so long since I've touched a Mac, how it would scale the icons when you moused over.
Yeah.
That's
a thing.
Big plugin in KDE back in the day. And it was completely impractical to use it because it used so much resources to do it. But it was, ooh, look at it.
Now you can do it really seamlessly, and all the docs that are available on Linux, they have that functionality.
I would, each to their own. What else we got up? Oh, Firefox.
Yeah, so this is really cool. Mozilla released Firefox version 155.0 yesterday, and it comes with many new features. And those of us in the Linux community will love a lot of these new features, including hardware video decoding is now enabled for Intel GPUs on Linux. This is awesome. And this works with Intel APUs.
I got to save you the comment, Joe. Because somebody's going to be like, well, actually, Joe, and you can do hardware acceleration on an Intel GPU and Firefox. Like, yes, but now you don't have to go into the about and like flip a bit.
Yeah,
in the
flip
config
a bit.
file.
Yeah, in the config file, which we had to do for ages.
Average person's not going to do that.
Yeah, it's been like that for a long time where you had to go enable it in the system settings. And also, the video acceleration, regarding video acceleration, Firefox 115 is now supporting Cisco's Open H.264 plugin for platforms lacking H.264 video decoding. That is really nice because there are many a Linux user that needed plugins to play videos using the Firefox web browser. And sometimes they could be a little tricky to get or installed. So this way you have another option. That's really nice. There's an open source option now. And Firefox 115 also adds support for migrating payment methods saved in Chrome into Firefox. And that's really good news because I'm constantly going back and forth between different browsers. And that's, very, very nice. And you also, on Linux, you can middle click on the new tab button, which will open the X-Clipboard contents in the new tab. And what's cool is if the X-Clipboard content is in an URL, then that URL is opened and any of their text is opened with your default search provider. So something, they thought about us as Linux users then. This is exciting.
I mean, this was after remembering that they had a web browser they should update.
Yes. Yes. And there's also a new extended support release of Firefox, which is a Firefox ESR 115, which will be supported until September 2024. And I want to thank the lovely Pedro for bringing the Firefox update to our attention. This is just exciting news.
Unless, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters out there that are just stubborn, because you know you're out there, probably listening to the show right now. If you're running Windows in 7, the Windows in 8, or the Mac OS in 10, this is the last version you're getting. This is it.
Yeah.
We got to cut you off. All right? It's a problem. It's intervention. They're stepping in like, okay, we got to take these unsupported operating systems that are not getting security patches away from you. You're like, no. You're going to stick around. There's probably, I haven't seen a copy of XP, somebody running XP in a long time.
Yeah.
But I do know somebody running Windows 7 today. And
Yes.
they still defend it. Like, no, this is the best. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not, you cannot argue with this type of person. Just let them do what they need to do. But you're going to be running ESL from now on. But, you know, I'm sure you'll be able to find firefox.supersketchy.exe to run on Windows 7 and 8. It's open source. Maybe somebody will work around it. Always good to see Mozilla remember that Firefox exists and do some stuff with it. Because I consider that their core product, and I want all the attention and focus and effort to go into Firefox, and that's where I am with my love for Firefox. Because we've seen it like start from nothing, it got big, then it got bad, then no one used it. They're working back up. They're working back up.
They are working back up. It's still one of the most secure web browsers around, and it's open source, so we got to keep supporting it to get better and better.
And the video acceleration has always, hardware decoding has always boggled me why that wasn't. Because have you ever enabled it on a system and it not worked?
Oh boy.
I'm serious. Like, I mean, the first thing you get Firefox, you start scrolling around, like, why is this so chuggy? And you're like, oh, right, I need to enable it. And it works every time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hesitation was to get it enabled, but hey, it is if you are on the Intels. Good news, everybody.
Yeah, nice to play those 4K YouTube and YouTube videos and Vimeo.
4K, we gotta play 8K now.
Yeah.
I like how the industry has like nibbled at like the prospect of selling consumers 8K and like 8K is the next thing, and pretty much all of us went, now we're good 4K. 4K is nice. You know, it kind of came to a grinding halt outside of like some specialty monitors, outside of like Apple and Dell. They have some 6K monitors.
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn down a 6K monitor just because I want the screen real estate. But yeah, it seems like 4K is our happy spot. Pretty decent.
It really is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's some people not in a happy spot right now. The GoXLR developers, the people who make this thing work. We talked about it last week. What is it? It's the modern day YouTuber special. We were talking about it in the pre-show. It's not particularly a great piece of hardware, but they did a good job on the software to give you access like a swear button, voice modifications, and things like that, and a couple of faders and a couple of scribble strips. It's about $100 worth of hardware that they've been selling for $400. And all right, that's fine. But they got a little update. Let me see if I can find, here it is. Yeah, the software team in Canada, they got a notification. They're like, you guys are gone. We're not going to be doing software updates. We don't have any additional information for you, and we're not even sure if it's going to be transferred to another team. So it is just like poof, and we're talking like out of nowhere.
Yeah, this was a complete surprise,
right? Yeah. So yeah, they're no longer in ATC. This was posted in their Discord. Support might be moving to a different TCH team, but they haven't heard anything before they were let go. They just kind of showed up and said, "You're gone."
Yeah,
and this is damaging in two different ways. One, the reason I brought up how they did such an excellent job with the software for consumers, mind you. And that's what I think they did a good job for. They made it accessible. Because I look at that like, I can do all that stuff here myself. It's not a problem. But I couldn't take somebody off the street and like, here. But what they've done is like, packed a lot of that functionality in something a consumer can use. GoXLR is a brick without that software. It does nothing. Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing that really caught me here was in the Discord posts, the employees, they're like, yo, if this thing's going to be continued, what I want everyone to do is go to the GoXLR on Linux, GoXLR utility, the open source one we talked about last week, and download that. Why should you, if you're listening to me right now, go do that, because this software is not maintained as of yesterday. There's a lot of people with the GoXLRs on the market right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing if I'm looking for attack vectors to spread some malware? I'm thinking about that right there. I'm like, that's something I want to start poking at, because that's not getting updates anymore. That might be where go download the GoXLR utility, especially if you're on Windows, on Mac. You're not safe anymore. On Linux, you didn't have it in the first place. So you already have the GoXLR utility installed. You don't have to worry about those original drivers. And this is a cautionary tale. I didn't expect it to hit, last week when I was talking about this, how important, like, you might not think about it. And I don't like having projects require reverse engineering. Now, apparently behind the scenes, they were kind of working with these guys a little bit, like sliding them some details under this. But having that information publicly available, by hook or by crook, however you got to get it with open source drivers. If GoXLR, which by all accounts right now has just went poof, that device, you're still going to be able to use it. You're going to be able to use it on Linux. You're still going to be able to use it on Windows. You're going to be able to use it on Mac for the foreseeable future. So that's why this is that important. When I bring that up, I'm not just talking. But if you take anything from what I just said, if you know somebody with one of these, get them off the official drivers yesterday. Because people are going to be coming for them.
Yeah. You hear that, Linus Sebastian from Linus Tech Tips? Now the Linux drivers will save you on your GoXLR.
I want you to go to their GitHub page, save the page. It's a web HTML file. Double click on it a few times, install a font, whatever you got to do. Listen, I don't give that kid, he's not a kid, he's a couple of years younger than me, a hard time, because he's just working off his script, okay?
Yeah.
That's what the writers wrote down for him to do. Oh, I know, right? Now I'm going to tell you all the reality shows aren't real. Hey.
What then?
We got to thank the people who make this show possible. Every one of you out there supporting us over at patreon.com/Linux Gamecast, letting us do what we do, how we want to do it, which, each to their own. But at least we're being honest. We got to thank one of our beautiful party patrons this week, Joe, who's increased their pledge.
Yeah, Nubbin. Nubbin is now a Chicago level person in our Patreon.
He's the deep dish pizza.
Yes, he is.
he's the lasagna of pizza.
Oh, thank you, Nubbin. It's a joy, playing Trackmania with him. I love Nubbin. He's
I like
one
Nubbin.
of my favorite. Yeah.
Nubbin's great. Nubbin's got tenacity. It's like, I want to figure this game out, man.
Yes.
Rocking and rolling, doing all that. And I did mention last week, maybe I'll mention again this week, we've updated the support page. So we got everything there. If you want to, kick us a few shekels, we would very much appreciate it. We do the Patreon, LibrePay, PayPal, one-time donations. We got all of our wish lists. I got one, Jill's got one, Studio's got one, Jordan's got one, Pedro's got one. We got a merch store. I've brought back something we had at Amazon storefront. So if you're looking for anything that's in the studio, you can go find all the information there. Humble affiliate. I've updated. Look what's back. Our weekly Daily Wednesday shirt.
Yay, Vin! Yay! I was just thinking I need a hoodie. An LWDW hoodie.
This guy is back in stock because they got the t-shirt that I liked the way it was printed on.
Oh, okay.
And it's back. So we're good to go. I guess because of the pandemic thing, whatever, they had sourcing issues. If you get anything from our store.linuxgamecast.com, 30-day free return policy. And you're wondering, how come all of our prices aren't like, $29 for a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Because I want you to wear the stuff. I want you to wear the stuff out and about. We're not trying to get rich on you here at all. And I do got a new sticker. So if you've ever thought about like
I see that.
bossy stickers, if you ever need to put a device in obey me mode, you can use one of our bossy stickers. If you got a laptop that's not working, you take that, you put it on there, put it in obey me mode.
You'll be the blue hat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And of course, we got our Elks, we got Franks, and yeah, everything's been updated.
Yay.
That I like. And
oh, I'm so happy, Vin. I'm going to get another LWDW shirt. I have 2 of them, so I could use another one.
That's if you just accidentally buy, I think like 380 stickers, I'll be able to get that epic motherboard. So don't. Steve,
oh, okay.
If you see that Jill's bought like 380 stickers,
yeah.
we thank you for your support. Come hang out with us. We got a bunch of bonus things that we throw in if you can support us on Patreon. If you like what we do during this show and you don't catch the live show and you want that in like an edited podcast, not edited, but the end's chopped off. You want to relive that live experience. We got that going down. Video version too. And one thing I was thinking about, because, I've been sitting like trying to think of Patreon gave us access to video that we can just have on Patreon, but I've never been able to think like what to do with it. I've had that for months and months and months. One thing I like knowing that it's there is did you see what YouTube's doing? Mm. YouTube's doing like a 3-strike thing. They're just going to cut you off from video if you're using ad blockers.
Yeah. Mm.
Like they're not playing around. They're like, you can disable the ad blocker or we're just not going to show you the video. And before you want to jump into local, we're going to get away around it, cat and mouse. I was reading through the comments, people involved in ad tech on Hacker News maybe a month or 2 ago. There's no cat and mouse game, people. There's none. Like there's you're not going to be fighting this. They've already solved this problem. They've just been hesitant to pull the switch on it.
Oh.
Like there's no plug-in that's going to get around this stuff. Yeah. So one thing I was thinking about for patrons, I'll if it gets that bad, if we get to like some YouTube apocalypse, I'll just put the A version of the video for this show and Linux Teamcast up on. Let you go watch it that way. No ads.
Oh,
higher
nice.
Quality.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have to do that. That'd be awesome. But we'll just see how that plays out. Come hang out with us in our Discord. We're always going the other 6 days of the week. And, we do game streams, bunch of stuff. I'm going to be doing a live build, couple of live builds. Like the first one, I completely forgot we're going to be building like a little test bench, a retro test bench. And by retro, I mean it's AM4.
Yeah, AM4.
That's retro, right?
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah, there's something new around, but it's got a PCI slot on it. So basically, it's an excuse to see how bad the $24 Amazon test bench is and how flexible and folly it is. That'll be a fun time. Cool. All right. Last but not least is a little bit of Raspberry Pi nonsense.
Yeah. So this is actually a cool Raspberry Pi powered BlackBerry-like handheld that I had discovered a few weeks ago called Beepberry. And Raspberry Pi Zero W powers the Beepberry portable computing device. And you can use Beepberry as a straightforward pager, running iMessage, WhatsApp, and so on. Or
I want to play this video because this is the Star Wars ASCII demo.
Star Wars ASCII, yes.
Come
or you
at
could
me,
use it
Mickey.
to that.
Bring it.
Yes.
See if Disney sues us.
No. And you can also use this, of course, as a hackable cyberdeck device off the grid. And, of course, you can run any Linux application that runs on a Raspberry Pi. And including Vin, you can run ASCII Doom, which is really, really cool. I've run ASCII Doom myself before, and it's a whole lot of fun because it actually works pretty well.
And by run we mean run. If you've ever run like I want you to think like 486 SX.
Yes.
With a black and white monitor.
Yeah, but it actually is refreshing halfway decent between the frames. I was quite amazed by that. So for such a low powered device, but it's doing a good job. God, you remember back in the day when I used to try and get my ASCII videos to play in terminal on my 386s and 486s and get the best quality, sometimes using the AA lib or the CACA lib. That was a thing. But anyways, to build this beautiful Beepberry device, you need a Raspberry Pi Zero W, Adafruit's Sharp Memory 2.7-inch LCD display, a BlackBerry-looking tactile keyboard with a touchpad, and if you look in the show notes, there's a link to where you can get one of those. LEDs for notifications, a LiPo battery, and an onboard RP2040 MCU. And the sad thing is you could buy a Beepberry already put together, but the page currently says 404 page not found. So hopefully
I was about to say that. So if you've been watching the video version, I'm like, where can you buy this thing, man?
Yeah. So hopefully this will be fixed soon. And honestly, my guess is that the SQFMI shop is out of stock of the Beepberries. That's maybe why it's 404 page not found. I'm not sure.
That's optimistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was like, we're out of stock. Oh, remove the page.
I know. It was a little odd. Maybe they got overwhelmed with all the press they've been getting, and they have been getting a lot of press in the last month. So I'm hoping they will bring that back. And you could probably find out by going to the Beepberry community on their Discord channel. So I'm sure they talk about it there.
Yeah, I'm like looking around, like, where's the GitHub page for these things? That's what I'm trying to track down. Docs.
Let's see.
Raspberry Pi, software, hardware, tech specs, schematic, pinouts. Okay, this is what I was looking for. I'm like, I want to build one of these at home if I'm going to do anything.
Yeah.
So you can get the schematic in PDF form because everybody loves PDFs. And the text, and we do have a pinout. All right, so we can make one of these.
Yeah. We
can make one of these. All right, that's what I wanted to know. Just in case, you weren't content to go check a 404 page each and every day until something showed up. And let's be honest, I mean, this thing's going to be Raspberry Pi Zero W, which every time I do that, I'm like, I have one of those new in the box that I've not done. Oh, okay, I tried to do a little bit with it. I did one stream, and we just had no success whatsoever to, like, turn it into a webcam, to do, like, a V2 webcam, and it just wasn't having it. But, yeah, those things are cheap, and you can still buy them. They're like, I think they're a little more expensive now, but I think they were like $12-15, something like that.
Yeah.
So if you want a Pi that goes beep, but not boop, there we go.
There we go.
Jill Bryant, we've stayed our time. So
we did. We made it through power outages and thunderous thunder and bright lightning.
So this is what I want. I want stealth lightning. We need to invent lightning that doesn't make a sound. Let's roll some credits for these people.
Okay. Yay!
Stealth lighting. That's the stuff you get in the house when you electrocute yourself.
We have so many people to thank, including Nubbin, who has increased his pledge. Thank you again, Nubbin.
I got to update.
Advisors are Theron. Oh, you got to update him in the credits.
So you normally, like, my turnaround time's like 3 weeks, apparently. So everyone keep reminding me.
He needs a Chicago a credit there. Chicago level credit. Chicago kicks pizza, maybe?
Don't kick pizza, man. What you got against pizza? What's pizza ever done to you? Incite violence and rage on a delicious edible cheese plate. Episode 382, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you all.
Next week.
Yay, we have merch back. That was a nice surprise.
Stop. There we go. And stop. Boop. Oh, man. Yeah, I got those back. I got everything like lined up and priced right. A lot of that stuff was in our merch store. We use Teespring because Teespring, you can get decent quality stuff and
at a good price.
If you don't, if you're not trying to like turn up gangbuster profit off anything, you can get good stuff. Like, instead of using like the super cheap stuff, you can get the good stuff, the nice cotton tees instead of like the paper thin ones. And I don't want anybody buying those. And a lot of stuff I had to like rework. I just wanted to update it and rework. But another thing, I had such a slim profit margin. Like, when they increased their prices on some things, it was in the negative, so I had to redo all those listings.
Yeah.
Steve Husband merch? Yeah, do it, Steve.
Yeah.
Put it on stevehusband.com. I've already got you the domain name.
Do a Hell Elk shirt, Steve Husband.
Got all the creative talents and creative juices, man. I haven't seen anything LGC related come out of Steve.
Yay.
All right, we'll kick it over to after shows then. That was, what did we do? Boop, boop, boop. 34 minutes. Not bad.
Oh, nice. Yay. We did it, Ven.
It happens occasionally. So I'm trying to get to terms with this Elgato. You hear that?
Oh.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That is this guy.
Oh.
Because it's low profile. And then
and it rubs against
It's
stuff?
too high.
Oh.
And that's with a Stream Deck on the lowest setting. There is because if you look on the back, maybe you guys don't know this. This is what a Stream Deck sits in.
Yeah, the little
Like, nom,
thing.
nom, nom, nom,
Yeah.
nom. And it's got these it's got a little prop. If you want to really stick it up like up straight, you can do that, which is fine. But that folds back, and it's got two little feet.
Yeah, it's like a cell phone holder.
And you can put it, but you can't put it like at the super low one. It doesn't work. It just like folds up, and the one above that is too tall.
Oh, so there's not an in between.
Oh,
They do. You can get an aftermarket 3D printed one.
I would buy a 3D printer before I'd buy a. But yes, you can. I've been thinking about making a self-contained one. This is the first world of first world issues, by the way. So I'm not truly
not
upset about
complaining
it.
too much.
It's just that I have to lay it flat.
Yeah, I have cell phone stands that have that same mechanism, and yeah, there's never in between the different levels that it clicks in place.
Speaking of Elgato, though, again, I will say what I'll always say about the Stream Deck. They are overpriced for what they are, but they are reasonably well made. This mic arm punches way above its weight, though. I've had this since Friday.
Yeah, and your mic hasn't moved down by itself because of weight.
Takes some adjustment. That was the one thing I was worried about, because it doesn't have it's not spring loaded. So it's just using friction. It's friction holds.
Yeah.
It's got little cranks on the side. And it is holding this RE27ND, which is a big heavy mic. Mm-hmm. If you hold like one of these, and if you have a kick drum mic or an SM7B, you see people online talking into kick drum mics all the time. It's the strangest thing. That thing feels like a featherweight microphone compared to one of these.
Yeah, those are, yeah.
And those are not light mics. And I also have it like this. This is all metal. None of this is plastic.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of weight. Then we got the pop filter sitting on there and on that and holding it up. It's holding it. And that Rode one did a good job for a long time. It's just those spring mechanisms get. They're springs.
Yeah, they're springs. They wear out.
Material-wise, this thing's built very well. If you can get one refurbished, I got this one for like $70. And you need a low profile, but be aware, what was I just talking about? You're going to hit stuff on your desk.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem with low profile. Well, it's a problem with high profile too. So
Yes, if your spatial awareness is less than optimal, you probably want to watch out with that. But if you need something that you can just fold away and reasonably stays, and then again, next week, tomorrow, this thing could fall apart. I'm like, this thing's trash. But yeah, I only bought it. I bought this to like test out because I want to get one for Jordan. Because these are also good if you need to like stretch out very long.
Oh yeah, and he
because they're not
that, yeah.
They don't have the arc in them that has to stretch out. You just unfold them and they can reach out very long. And I think I paid like $30 for this thing because I had a gift card or an Amazon credit or whatever. I had like $50 just sitting in my Amazon thing. And I'm like, all right, 70, get it, try it out. Ah, man. See, I like that because at this age, Steve, that could have been somebody that went to Woodstock in 2000. Yeah.
Yeah, I know people who were at Woodstock.
I went to Woodstock.
The original.
I didn't go to the original. I wasn't around then. Too many, I don't like outdoor concerts.
Yeah, I can see. You don't like the sun, so there's one negative there.
I wouldn't go to an outdoor concert during the day, Jill. Hey.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to be some type of like Uber nerd to be like, hey, look, the band's playing at noon. I'm like, have fun. I don't want to be around the type of people that go to see you.
You don't want to go to Coachella then.
Why would I want to hang out with a bunch of smelly hippies? I surround myself with people who practice proper hygiene. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing at Coachella that would get my interest up. I like arena shows.
Yeah.
And I don't mind outdoor, like the whatever it is, like the Lakewood area. They've renamed it a million times, and it's like big sprawling hill. I mean, those are fine to like pop in, pop out, but not something I'd make a day of it. The Vans Warped Tour.
Yeah.
What do they have? Music Midtown. Mm-hmm. There was that was back in graduate school. I was stuck because I couldn't figure out who I wanted to listen to. This was in Atlanta, Georgia Tech. Like within visual, I had Green Day here playing live, and then I had the Black Crowes on the right side, and I couldn't. I was trying to
listen to both.
Double fist, right? I was like, I couldn't make up my mind who I wanted to like. I was the big Green Day fan, but I'm like, hey, that's Green Day, and I wanted to hear the Black Crowes do that one song they're popular for because I knew that was going to be in their set list, and I ended up going over to the Black Crowes section because I saw a beer stand over there. And I was thirsty. All right.
Yeah, I haven't been to one of those big mega outdoor concerts. I've been to a lot of smaller ones, but not the big ones. Kind of too many people. I don't like that many people, especially in today's day of post-COVID. I don't want to get sick from people. So, but I do enjoy watching them. Like I always watch Coachella because they stream them, the live, the night shows or the big ones. And they stream those, and those are really fun. They usually have 4 stages, and that's really fun. I'm so happy they stream them live. But my nephew goes to Coachella every year, so that's like a thing. Tells me I hear stories.
I've been to Coachella. I've done. Let's see, what have I done in the States? I've done Mardi Gras. I've done like Mardi Gras, and I've done Mardi Gras with a friend of a friend who just had a house there. Like, townhouse, and we just hung out on her balcony and watched people doing the Mardi Gras thing, which is it's like, yes, let them eat cake. Big things like that. What else?
Well, I actually, truth be told, I have gone to some rave concerts and stuff like that, like outdoor ones, but they were like just one stage ones, not many stages.
Haven't been to Burning Man. Don't really want to go to Burning Man, but I haven't been to that one. That's like one of the big ones.
Yeah, I like watching it. I do like watching it.
But if I would
I
listen
actually
to...
have been to a mini Burning Man before. It was made by the same people who do Burning Man because it started in San Francisco. And one year I was up there and they had their Burning Man going on. And there's some others like Maker Faire kind of stuff I like. Maker Faire actually has really good concerts. Some good synth music concerts and techno and rave. So yeah, actually I have done a lot more outdoor than I think, but I just don't do the mega ones usually. Like Woodstock.
Steve Hackett.
Yeah, we're going to see Steve Hackett. Prog rock. Do, 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 do.
It was in Genesis for a minute.
Yeah, Genesis is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have here, because they're always doing like concerts at the beach and whatnot, the radio stations and the TV stations. And they usually do them in conjunction with like the big volleyball events, Association of Volleyball Professionals. I've been to many of those. I have been to those because they're right here in my neighborhood. It's like, and I mostly go to watch the players, but I've enjoyed the concerts there too. And those are considered, I guess, mega concerts because they have a couple stages. But it's different because it's like in my community, so it doesn't feel like I'm not traveling anywhere to go to a big event. It's just in my community.
Yeah, we got like the big shows. Like I said, I've never been like I don't have a preference going down. I'm spoiled. I live in Athens, people.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Athens. If I go out tonight, there'll be between 60 and 80 live shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every night. Imagine like if Seattle just like held on to what it had in the 90s. That's the music scene here. Always has been, man. Hundreds of every bar's got live music, and all the venues will have live music playing. Like that's one of the reasons I moved here. I can sit and jam to it. Like I said, I'm spoiled for choice. Like to actually go out of my way to see something, it's kind of foreign.
Yeah, except like Coachella. But you were probably, is that when you were living in California?
No, Coachella? Why do you keep bringing up Coachella?
Because you said you'd gone there before.
Not Coachella.
Oh.
I said I would never go to Coachella. Bunch of stinky hippies. Sorry for my stinky hippie fans out there and friends. Do you want to go to Coachella? You were talking about Coachella with like live streams and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I like watching the live streams, but I don't want to go there.
Why don't you want to go?
I don't. Well, for one, I don't like the heat, so it's usually hot.
Do they have Coachella at night?
Yeah, they do. So you can do a night run, but some of the bands I want to see are during the day too. So that would be an issue. I'd rather go to Burning Man and deal with the heat there and that vibe than Coachella. Coachella's kind of turned into a mini Burning Man.
Well, it's all like hyper commercialized these days too.
Yeah,
everything is.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah, buy your weekend pass and all that. And all
Yeah.
Come on.
They're expensive now.
What does it cost to go to Coachella now? Let's find out. Passes.
Yeah, I haven't even checked to see how much those passes are. I know how expensive Burning Man is.
Okay, let me go in.
They have to maintain.
And put it to you like this. I was like, oh, $99. That's not bad. No, ladies and gentlemen. You can put $99 down.
Down, yeah.
I'm not seeing like a full on price. So that's never a good sign. Give me the numbers. Quit hiding the numbers. That's never there they are. General admission, $500 for 1 weekend.
Yeah. That's about what Burning Man is, but Burning Man lasts for a long time, so it's you get more for your money.
Hey, you can get a tent for $3,000.
Yeah, I see that.
Safari camping, the ultimate on-site camping. Oh man, no.
Yurt camping. Wow.
Oh. Desert summer hood. Oh, you can buy a hoodie for $100.
Mm-hmm.
Poster for $17. Hotel by jeez, $3,000.
Oh, okay. So they have an LAX shuttle path. That's a long way to go. Oh boy. Okay.
Vans Warped Tour. That was before my. I don't think I know of it, like the existence of Vans Warped Tour, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's also like being caught up with what modern music is going on, right? And like that's just not my wheelhouse these days.
Yeah. Well, most of the music I listen to is not even, commercialized because it's, we used to do
$75-$80. That's not a bad price. Like that's about. I would expect to burn $100 to go see a show easy. Around the corner from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're living in a time where like two people go into the movies, man. You can burn $100 pretty easy too.
Mm-hmm.
Such is the way of the world these days. Oh, like I said, I'd rather just go hang out at the bar, listen to a touring band. It's easier to do. Buy some t-shirts, throw them up, give them some money.
Yeah.
All right. So we get anything else going on later this week? You do anything, Joe? Anything fun? Just gonna hang out?
What other plans do I have besides?
Gonna go Twitter some money?
We're gonna go to Disneyland this weekend as long as Steven's feeling up to it, because we kept putting it off. We go monthly, but because he'd been sick, we hadn't been able to. So that's something. It's all going to depend on how he's doing.
Well, that's something to plan for.
Yeah.
I got to get the MPV video. MPV video is done. I've already written the script for it. I just got to record it. I was going to record it last night, but boom. Couldn't do that. So that'll be out tomorrow.
Cool.
I'm trying to decide do I actually want to do a review on this mic arm, but I don't think it justifies it because guess what? There's a billion of reviews on the Elgato mic arm.
Oh, okay.
I got to watch a couple of them though. I'm gonna take a look at it. Here's some behind the scenes stuff. This is how I think about stuff before I make something. Is I watch a couple of reviews and I see, did they answer all my questions? Am I left with but how does that work? Why did you never show how that works? Especially when it comes to hardware. I'm like, I have the question, how much weight can this actually support? Or, how do these magnetic clips hold and how good are they? And that might all be covered. Again, I bought this thing for $30. I looked at it. I'm like, yeah, it looks like it'll, whatever. So we'll find out. I got the installation, but I recorded myself installing this, so there's a good video of this thing sliding off the table and missing my foot.
Oh, okay.
Not this one, but the one Arthurian picked up, the one that attacked my foot originally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it took another swipe at me and it missed.
Oh, it did?
It did. It was sitting on the table over here, and I was back on this side, running the mic cable back into one of my preamps, and I walked past it, and it goes boom. Smacks into the floor.
No.
It misses. So,
Oh, hey, French guy.
I didn't have
nice
shoes
to
on
have you
either.
in chat again.
Hey, man.
No shoe. You didn't have shoes on? Oh no, Ben. Arthur, and that mic arm failed me.
That mic arm's not going anywhere. Still a good mic arm. It just can't handle. It just get to the point. Like I said, Springsport. You put like an AT2020 or just a regular like pod mic or something like that on it, it'll work just fine. So I'm going to add that to my collection of mic arms because I already got another mic arm on top of that. And it's always going to be around for like backup. Because again, I don't know if this thing falls apart tomorrow.
I still have to I have a much better mic arm, but this one's worked. It works. I did have to, when I got this mic, of course, much heavier and bigger and chunkier, I had to put a nice higher quality C-clamp on the end of the mic arm.
Here's something Elgato got right with the clamping system.
Is it a big size? Good long?
It's child-proof. It's like high density plastic. It's all smooth. There's no points on it.
Oh.
It's contained. Like there's no way to like bonk you. If you bonk yourself with it, you're like, oh, you silly thing. Not like, I'm bleeding.
Oh, pain.
Right?
Oh, nice. Yeah, mine would kill you.
Yeah.
It's like if the thing weighs several pounds, just the C-clamp.
Well, the little device that you turn it with, just the little metal rod sticking out of it.
Yeah.
Like that's what they got right. That's not like just it's all smooth. It's thick, durable plastic. It's not like just a little tiny metal thing that you turn around that can stab you when you got to crawl under your desk and hit yourself in the head. Sounds like I'm talking from experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
So there is that. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your week. Get into something. And if you don't, plot.
Yeah, plot. Yes.
Plot about getting into something.
There's Nubbin. You came in. We thanked you.
I've been listening. He's just showing up.
Yeah.
I don't feel like typing. Like, come on. All right. Jordan will be back tomorrow, probably with Empty, maybe to continue on with the Portal Third Dimension time travel series.
Cool.
And Friday, we'll be doing
Trackmania.
That's right. 7:30. Join in if you want. If you're a Twitch sub, you're a patron. The server's always open. Pop in, get your practice in, come join us. You don't need to, we do a voice call, on Discord and hang out and all that, and you want to be part of that, that's fine too. We got people to show up and race with us. So, have a good rest of your week, everybody. And of course, Linux Themecast Weekly will be on Saturday, where it always shows up. Because Valve has an official statement about what they're going to do with AI. If you didn't see last week's episode, go back and check that out. And some Hollow Knight DLC. We're going to be bringing that up. And I'm going to say something nice about an Amiga, believe it or not.
Yay, good.
For a little bit, then I'm going to slag off on it. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, Arthurian. Bye, French Guy. Bye, Nubbin. Bye, Scoots. Bye, Mirror. Bye, Steve Husband. Bye, Arthurian.
What do you mean, how will I give a blood sack? Didn't I tell you I'm getting a $25 test bench off Amazon? That's how I'm going to do the blood sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just going to be a giant razor blade.
I know. It probably is.
I mean, I might just come in with my, file set just to be
At least my acrylic